A marvellous day, and yes, bubble tea is on the agenda. Straight out of Ngaruawahia, New Zealand, here's Maurieo. Hello, Maurieo Vlogs, number 492, Bubble Tea. Hello, welcome. Well, this evening I had my second ever cup of bubble tea. So it was a marvellous day today. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and everything was gay, as they say. Or used to say, but you can't say anymore. And wonderful day. I was a bit late getting to work. I slept in, my alarm didn't go, so my little 15-minute reminder of class was sort of ringing just almost as I left home, so I knew I was a little bit behind the 8 ball, but I got in at about 4 minutes past 8, which wasn't too bad. And we got on and got a few things done in the early class, 8 till 10. And then it was just a beautiful day all day, just a real cracker, although a little bit of windy. Now, in the afternoon, I have a survey practical class, 4 hours. And yeah, we got out in the weather. It was just wonderful sunny day, a little bit of a breeze, which put a bit of a chill, the wind chill. It was quite chilly, so I kept my jacket on, but yep, and we had, we achieved quite a lot with the students. Had them cut up into different, split up into different groups. I had one group just drilling holes in the survey marks and getting them all prepped. One group with the GPS and another group out with the digital level. So yeah, it was a hive of activity, so to speak. But when I was away last weekend, I had to have one glass of bubble tea previously at the Hamilton night market. And I was having a conversation with my thing, and in the middle of the conversation, it suddenly dawned on me that the night market was on every Friday night. I'd seen signs out and about that it was on one night, and I went, and then I never sort of realised it was again. It suddenly dawned on me, it's on every Friday night at the base, which is on my way home. So I had this wonderful day out in the field, and I thought, I might just pop in and get a cup of bubble tea. And I did. And I wasn't disappointed. There's what sort of, there's not much left of it now, but that's just the melted ice in there. It looks sort of thing, but you can see there's no. Well, there might be one little bit of tapioca in there, but yeah. So and I really enjoyed it. Very nice. So I went in, as I say, to the night market and ordered my bubble tea, and the guy said it would be 5 minutes. So I thought, I'll go and have a look around, and I bought a couple of pork buns. And so I sat down and had pork buns and bubble tea, and it was great, marvellous. And then I actually hopped in the car and came home and had a little bit of bubble tea when I got home. And it didn't disappoint. It's got I don't know how, I have to look up more. It's got a milky tea flavour, and it's cold and iced cold. I had the original bubble tea. You can get various flavours, but I'm, So my second ever cup of bubble tea, and, I think I might be hooked. I think my Friday nights routine might involve a little bit of bubble tea. We'll have to see, but marvellous stuff, bloody marvellous stuff. So, yes, and you can see there it's got the little black bits in it, the little gelatinous balls, which will be the part of the question tonight. What are they What are they? And the extra fat straw there. It's sort of it's twice the size of your normal straw, so that the little bubbly things can come up through the straw. The bubbles are a sort of a glutinous thing. So yeah, so that was pretty much it. So wonderful bubble tea. I'm going to be reporting back more about my experiences with bubble tea. Well, everyone should at least try it. It might not be, excuse the pun, it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it is mine. Anyway, here's my diary. And yes, the lawns are getting critical, I feel. They're getting quite long, but some fine weather today, although it did, there was a rainbow just as we left. So hopefully fine weather tomorrow, maybe get a little bit of lawn mowed. Possibly I might do that trip to the to the Narrawaia Rail Trail. I'm just going to see. That'll depend on the weather. And I'm not planning to take my steroid until Sunday morning. So a new steroid regime developing after I did that last week, and it sort of went quite well. It meant I could have a little bit of I could eat some reasonable food on the weekend. All right, and 10,179 steps on my pedometer. A bit of a funny story there. I checked my pedometer just a while back, and it was on 9,922, and I thought, well, I've got to get some gear out of the car and what have you, and put that away. So that'll take it over the 10,000. So I get all the way out to the car, and I'd left my phone behind, which measures the steps. So I had to come back, put the phone in my pocket, and get out and take a few steps around, and managed to get it up to 10,179. But it's probably another couple of 200 in there that I missed. But it does seem to measure the steps at a sort of rate of about 4 to 1. But anyway, 10,179, biggest day ever, out and about. Bubble tea. The question of course will be about bubble tea. 146, up to hint 4 on that. That one's going along. We're teaching for 6 hours. And meetings. So I've introduced this sort of concept of my students have to organise 3 meetings, sort of semi-formal meetings, where they discuss how they're going for each of the 5-week periods of the semester, and they have to sort of, as evidence of that, record an agenda and a set of minutes. And it's been proving interesting. One, they've sort of getting this whole idea about what agendas and meetings are, which is positive in itself, but the actual discussions are starting to become very interesting, where they discuss future prospects job wise and all sorts of things. So I'm really quite enjoying it. So I had a couple of meetings today with students, and very, very, very positive. I think it's might have been a good idea. I say to people often, I have lots of ideas, but not all of them are necessarily good ideas. And this one might have been a good idea. So today's challenge, and yes, so in the bubble tea, you can just see there's some little black dots. And they're I'd say a gelatinous material. They're sort of like fish eggs to look at, or big fish eggs. And you suck them up through the straw and get a little bit of a chewy texture. And so today's question is, what are those the bubbles? What are the bubbles in bubble tea? What are the bubbles in bubble tea? And just a while back there, I noticed you can see my reflection in the laptop screen there of me taking the photo of the bubble tea, which I just realised there with the reflecting onto my green screen at the back. So sometimes you've got to be a bit careful with taking your photos. So that's today's question. Yesterday's question was, who is this guy? And Moz got that. So the Moz family have got the board covered at the moment. They've got all 10 slots on the Hall of Fame. Now, yesterday's vlog was about tennis, firing tennis balls, and this guy here, of course, is Roger Federer, arguably the greatest tennis player that's ever lived. Certainly current in the top 10 tennis players around the world. Professional tennis player from Sweden, from Switzerland. Switzerland, that's right. Switzerland, yes. You often, yes. I want to say this about the Swiss flag and how that's a big plus, but I'm struggling to fit that in seamlessly, so I'll just get it out there and move on. So yes, that's Roger Federer, and Moz got that. So all in all, a wonderful day where I finished my day with a nice cup of bubble tea. Awesome. All good. Thanks everybody for liking, subscribing, viewing, questions, feedback, all of those marvellous things that you do in support of my channel, Maurieo Vlogs. We'll see you again tomorrow. Cheers. See you.
That's all, folks.
Smash that like button.